Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question which is generate random point in a circle. What this question says is that given a radius and a position of a circle, implement a function such that it generates a uniform random point inside the circle. Right? I think what it tells it in a more simpler manner is we need to create a random x and y coordinates which will always fall inside a circle. Whenever I call this method, which is say rand point, random point, it will always give me those random x and y coordinate, right? And this is what we are going to implement in this method, right? So what it's saying is we give an input say solution and I give random pointer, random pointer, random pointer. That means I'm always giving my x and y center of the circle. I'm always going to give you that give that as an input, and with that input I need to always calculate a random pointer out of it, right? So how to kind of go ahead with this question is first I think what we do is uh, initialize the variables and then post that we'll use random class which is there in C sharp, and then use that to create a random pointer. But before going that into that detail, right, just wanted to ensure that everyone is on the same page with the circle property. Say if this is a circle, right, say if this is a circle and if this is a center which is given to us, so this we say x comma y, right? In a given circle, this is radius, right? And if I look at it, what the ask is that I need to return any coordinate which comes inside, whether it's on the line, inside the line. But if I'm giving a value which is this, then this is wrong. But if I give this, this is right, this is right, this is right, this is right. This is what I need to return with x and y given to me and the radius value which is given to me, right? Now, one property of circle is that if I want to find if any x and y is there on the border, right? When I'm saying border, that means it's on the circumference. The formula goes something like this: that x, which I'm able to find, minus the center, which is say xc whole square, plus y minus y center whole square is always equal to say radius square. This is a property of a circle. So we are going to incorporate that y because if I'm going to calculate a random number, I just need to ensure that this x and y which I'm going to calculate, right? This x and y which I'm going to calculate is always less less than or equal to this radius square. I hope you understood this. What I'm trying to say is any pointer which I'm going to find, and if I apply this formula, that should always be less than equal to the radius square. And if it is not the case, that means it's outside the circle. Once I apply my random attribute and do manipulation on top of it, right? Now we'll use this formula to kind of calculate whether the given point which I just now calculated, whether it's a valid pointer or an incorrect pointer. Now with that as a base, let's quickly start coding, right? So first I'll do is I'll create some internal values, say my x center, which will be say this one, my say y center, which is given to me as an input. I also have been given an input which is say the radius, so I'll say radius, right? Let me make it radius, and I'm going to use a random class, right? So I'll use a random class, random r, right? Once someone initiates the class, right, I'll say this dot xc is equal to my x center. This dot yc is equal to y center. This dot rad is equal to radius, right? And additionally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize my random class. Ram is equal to new random, right? Now I have these values instantiated, right, with whatever the value is given to me. Now, if someone calls rand point, then I have the center coordinates and the radius values which I can access here, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the random pointers. So what I'm going to say double, say x x random. Okay. Now what this will be is I'll get a random value which will be within the minimum and maximum. What I mean by that is, if this is my circle, say if this is my circle and this is radius, this is say my radius, right? And if I cut that into x and y coordinates, right, I am given a center which is say this one, xc comma yc, right? The maximum value of x within this coordinate will be x plus radius and x minus radius will be your minimum. This is the range of x, right? If I want to find this range, then this is the range of x, which will be x minus radius and x plus radius, right? And I need to find any random value which comes under say this bucket, right? I need to find any random value which is comes under this bucket. Similarly for y, I need to find any random value which comes under this range, right? I hope you're getting me. And I'm going to use that formula to just to ensure that I am not finding anything in this range, right? Because this is something which is not covered in a survey. Now with that in mind, what I'm going to say is I'm going to pass the maximum and minimum in this particular random method. What that will be? That will be say xc plus radius, which will be rad in my case, comma xc minus radius, right? That's my range. Or rather, let me do minimum and maximum. So that is minus radius and plus radius. Now I'm going to do similarly for y random. So this will be your y and this will be your y, right? Now I need to implement this method which is say get random. It will return a double, so it will say public double random. It will say double min double max, right? This is the range which I'm looking at. Now what I'm going to say is I'm going to return a random value between x and y. So what I'm going to say return, I say what that value will be. That value will be always within that min and max range. So I'll say min plus, right? I'll say uh, r dot get next double, I believe. Yes, next double. What this next double will give me? This will give me any value between 0 and 1, right? And I'll multiply that with the difference between max comma min. Just to iterate this, right? So if I'm looking at this circle and this is the range, so if say this was say 5, this was say 10, the center, this will be 15. I need to find any value between this range. So what this overall value will be, say this will be 15 minus 10, 15 minus 5, this will be equal to 10, right? And I need to multiply this with the any random value, which say if I did a random value which is between 0 and 1, say this will be say 0.6, right? Now this will give me what? This will give me 6, right? Now I need to see this value has to come and sit on, this has to be always greater than 5, right? So that x will be 5 plus 6. So in this position with the random value which I found was 6, my x will turn out to be this 11, right? So just to ensure that it's in this main range, I did a min plus 1. This will be between 0 and 1, and I multiply that between max and minus, max minus min, right? Now once I have this, I found x random and y random. Now if you recollect, we talked about a formula where this random x random and y random should be less than equal to my x minus x center whole square plus y minus center y center whole square, right? That should be my end goal. So if say math dot sqrt, right, this is what I'm looking at. What I'm going to say is this should be uh, less than equal to my radius, right? This is what I'm trying to say. And what this will be, say this will be my x random minus x center whole square plus y minus y center whole square. So I'll do math.pow x random minus xc comma 2, so this will be comma 2, right, plus y minus y random whole square. So this will be y random minus yc whole square, right? Once I found this whole square, this will be, say, just to ensure I'm not missing on this one, math.pub this one. So this closes, my square root closes here. Now, if this square root of this value is less than equal to radius, then it's a valid x and y coordinates which I just found out. So I can just return new double x random comma y random. But there's a catch here, right? What if this is not right? So I need to iterate this step until unless this turns out to be true. So I'll do while this has to return until unless this step is true, right? Otherwise, I'll keep on iterating until unless I find these values. I hope you understood this. So I'm going to iterate through this loop until unless I find a random x and random y which falls under which satisfies this condition. And if satisfied this condition, then I'll return the double. Now let me quickly run this. I hope I've not made a syntactical error. Okay, it got accepted. But if you see, right, the values are different, but it really doesn't matter. It has to be any random value which is in under that range. Let me submit it. Cool, it got accepted. So this is it, guys. I hope you understood this. I think the crux of this problem is we knowing the properties of a circle, and we know that, okay, if I want to know that, okay, if any given point is within a circle, then it should satisfy this condition. I think more apart from that, I think everything else was very, very generic in nature, because we need to just use any random number and multiply with the difference between. I need to just multiply with that with the, you can say, circumference of a given circle, right? On those lines. So with this diameter of that circle, sorry, just to correct that, right? So with this, I'll take your leave. In case you still have any questions, any doubts, please do reach out to me in the comment section. In case you like this explanation, please do hit the like button. And in case you are new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, which is down bottom, and please click on the bell icon. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.